TV. Excellent, excellent. Thank you, sir. Thanks. Guys, how you doing? How you doing? Come on, you can be louder than that.
John Cena.
Think about it. It's an interesting
WWE superstar, John. Great to meet you. Thanks for coming and take us.
sold out wide world of sports. Smoking gun.
Certainly got our audience
Mate,
going.
I'm telling you, 18,000 last night at Ace Arena,
Yep.
and just slightly, you know, a bit
We have
less than you, but
17,500 today at the
the
wide world of sports.
enthusiasm exactly
Yes.
the same for an absolute superstar. What's it like everywhere you go? And I know we go back not too far. You were performing in front of 75,000 people. What's it like? Does it still give you a buzz?
No, it's fantastic, and it speaks volumes to these people sitting in the seats. WWE's really is an entertainment venue that speaks the world over. We can go to any country. We tour throughout the world. We truly are an entity that goes global, and everywhere we go, we get such a warm reception from everyone around the world. And it's really to come from the States. We did New Zealand last night. We did New Zealand 2 days ago. Sydney last night. We're off to Brisbane today, and then Melbourne, Adelaide, and Perth, which is a pretty strong run for us day after day. But every day we show up, we're greeted with nothing but respect and admiration. So it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We certainly love you in Australia, and it shows by our audience today and your audience last night. But what I want to know is, how do you keep up with this schedule? You mentioned you're in New Zealand 2 days ago, you're off to Brisbane tonight, you're in Sydney. How do you keep
Like
up
I said, it's a bit run and gun, and we do 250 to 270 shows a year. We're pretty much in a different city every night. But when you show up, like last night, I really had to take a second in the middle of the ring and look around and see all the people. It is a beautiful thing to know that everybody wants to come out and spend their time and money to be entertained by us, and we certainly love doing it. And that's how we keep going every day, knowing that we're going to show up and we really get a great audience to perform in front of. That's the most important thing.
And you were on song last night. We hear that you picked up the 485-pound Big Show and gave him a real slam dunk.
Yeah, he says he's 485 pounds. I think he's got a donut stash somewhere. Felt like about 550 last night.
Back in 2000, you got into it. What was it that intrigued you about it? Was the size a factor at the time, or did you have to build up to be as big as you were?
I think I was like a lot of our young fans. I really was attracted to WWE as a child. Superstars like Hulk Hogan and even Ric Flair in another federation kind of ruled the airwaves in my day, and those were my heroes growing up. And I didn't really know how to get into it. And once I graduated college, I found out there was actually a school to go to learn how to be a WWE superstar. So I enrolled, and the rest is history.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to know, you said you'd started off as a kid. You're one of 5 brothers.
Yeah.
Is that where it started, the backyard?
Yeah, I pretty much earned.
All stars.
Yeah, we had 5 boys in the family, and I pretty much earned my stripes with them. I don't think I can be knocked out or beat up any worse than they beat me up growing up.
It's such an intriguing sport. You say you went and there was a college you could go to, and I know there was a bit of a TV show that sort of tracked you through that. How many misses are there? How many want to be a John Cena and fall by the wayside?
I would say I've been with WWE for 8 years now, and in that time I've seen about I would say 1% of all the candidates even make it to television, and then another 1% of 1% be able to say they're a main event player or a WWE champion.
We've talked about the crowds and the size of everything. Talk to us about WrestleMania. WrestleMania
is fantastic, and it's an event that truly has taken shape over the years. This is an event that sells out before a match is even advertised, and that's just because our WWE fans know what to expect. We are the greatest show on earth, and they know that when we set up shop, wherever it is, whether it's Houston, whether it's Phoenix, whether it's Orlando, Detroit, we'll put as many people in the building as we can, and we'll give them the best show that they've ever seen live. So it's not something that people know what they're spending their money on. Although there's no matches advertised when they buy their tickets, they know that when they buy a ticket to WrestleMania, they're going to see this. Which is
incredible.
I mean, a great comeback for you, because I think in WrestleMania 24 you couldn't quite get your championship back, but you've won it this year.
Yeah.
And you've humbled plenty, I'm sure. But what an event.
No, really it was, and we had 75,000 people in Houston, Texas, and I certainly was excited that day, as you can see, and I had a chance to lift, I believe the final tally was 720 back, so it was pretty good time.
Signature move. Batista was in the studio on the show last year, and I asked him, I forget what his signature move, I was worried he was going to pull it on me, but what's your signature move?
It's called the attitude adjustment. I started out as a bit of a loudmouth, and through the years I've become a little bit reserved and humbled, and I see a lot of loudmouths, and every time somebody really gets in my face, I I use the attitude adjustment as a way of dealing with it.
I love it. A wrestler that's also a nice guy.
Sounds like a
Love
chiropractic
it.
move, doesn't it? Adjustment.
I have to say, now, you see with all that footage, it's all about the entertainment and the theatrics and everything, but you guys are elite athletes. What's your training program like? You guys must work out for hours a day.
Well, everybody has their different methods, and that's the thing. There's no one universal way to get in shape. Being a former American football player, I actually train like an off-season football player. I do a lot of, and as you can see, my trump card, I guess, is various feats of strength. So I do a lot of Olympic multi-joint power movements, power cleans, overhead full snatch, squats, deadlifts, bench press. I train like an off-season football player and a power lifter to keep my strength and to keep everything in one piece.
What next for you?
Well, Brisbane today, and then, believe it or not, it's actually a pretty big month of August for me. August 12th here in Australia. The DVD 12 rounds is going to hit stores, so I hope everybody picks that up and checks it out. And as far as a pay-per-view, we have a great pay-per-view SummerSlam coming up on August 24th, so our WWE fans can look forward to the biggest party of the summer.
So, wrestler, actor,
Entertainer.
musician. Is that all in the plan to set yourself up when you can no longer be the superstar?
Well, you know, I really found a home with our brand, and everything I do is kind of an attachment of our brand. I love WWE, and if I can't physically perform in the ring, I'll be involved in some capacity. And everything I do, whether it's movies or music, is to supplement the brand. I want everybody to be like these people out here, to know that when they watch WWE programming, they certainly get the greatest show on earth.
Well, we've certainly got some big fans in the audience. And Vossi, you've got some questions that the guys want to ask?
Yeah, thank you, Gian. Hello, John. Nice to have you. Yeah, good, champion. Good. I was at the football last night, which was opposite Ace Arena.
He was too scared to get any closer.
I was about to say.
By the way, Michael Slater said out in the dressing room he thought you were a bit of a pussy. So, look, we've got a few questions here. Shazim down here wants to know how much bench press?
About 220 kilos.
220 kilos. All right, okay.
How much?
That's Gian, Michael, myself, all above your head. From Lyndall, where's Lyndall? Lyndall, okay. From Lyndall, what do you do in your spare time? How do you balance your work with your home time?
Well, I contemplate you swapping out your husband for me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't get much time at home, but when I do, it's very, very relaxed. We have a pretty busy schedule on the road, so I really just kind of I got a new dog I inherited, so I enjoy time with man's best friend, I would say.
All right. There's so many questions like, will you ever get to kick Randy Orton's father in the head and things like that. But Diana and Dave want to know, what's better, wrestling or making movies? I certainly enjoy a live audience. They're both different challenges, and I love making movies. But making movies is a very long process with a delayed reward. Being a WWE superstar, you go out there in front of a live audience every night, and there's nothing like being in the middle of that ring. It's really something special. And Frank wanted to know. There's so many more questions, John, but we've got plenty more to get through on the show, so we'll just move it along.
Who inspires you?
You know what? I'm inspired by anyone who is a success doing what they love. I had a certain amount of heroes, but now I've been blessed with the ability to do what I love, and I certainly love going to work today. So anybody who takes pride in their job and really loves what they're doing, their success, that inspires me.
Now, the final question for this at this time. We've got the Sunday Serve. I don't know that you've ever seen it, John. Will you hang around for it?
Sure will.
All right, stay with us. Sunday
Right on.
Serve. It's coming up right after this break.